Fix what I couldn't see. Eating clean, playing my part. Still something breaking inside my heart. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Following every line they drew, still ended up in reverse. Five pills lined up on the sink, one telling me what to think. Said give it time, you'll be okay. But I kept drifting further away. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Gave them everything I had, still couldn't break that curse. Then one day I just let it go. Stopped chasing what I didn't know. Took one step, changed one thing, turned my back on everything. This is my why. North Dakota Carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself, and so can you.
All right, good morning. Welcome to Sunday morning. And to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. Today is going to be a great day, isn't it? I'm just looking at the forecast here, and it says we're supposed to get an inch of rain today. Well, the sun was out when I got up this morning. We're still supposed to be having a lot of rain today. So probably no grilling outside. But that's all right. It's not what it's about today, right? So first one this morning was Rick. He was in it just after 8 o'clock this morning. Rick was in. Good morning, Rick. How you doing this morning? It's nice of you to stop by. Wisecracker, good morning. How are you doing? Brian, top of the morning to you. How you doing today, sir? John, together strong. Good morning. How are you? Aaron, good morning. Aaron says, I'll watch the replay. Game starting soon. Yep. Thanks for stopping by, Aaron. Hey, good morning, Don. How are you doing today? Nice to see you there. Hey, it's Dan from the Lions Danilore podcast. If you haven't checked out his channel, check it out. He's got some great information on there. I like his channel. It's pretty good. Thank you very much. Happy Father's Day to you also. Great day to get Bob going. Oh, yeah. We're saying that Dan looked happy today at Lions Carnivore podcast. I did not see him this morning, but that's all right. There's always replays if he was live or if he put out a new video. I'll check it out when I get done with this here today. Usually we end up going to Larry and Cassie's on Carnivore Quest after this, but they've changed theirs until 7:30 at night, and they're not having one tonight. Their next one won't be until Thursday. But he's got stuff he's got going on, so I only did I ate twice yesterday. Both times it was pretty much the same thing. This was my breakfast. This was a 15-ounce New York strip. It was absolutely delicious. My dinner was the twin of this. It was a 14.5-ounce New York strip. Beautiful. And then I made homemade Cheez-Its. I had sharp cheddar cheese. I actually bought the little squares and then put them on the silicone mat and baked them in the oven. It's pretty much the same recipe that Kelly, the Missouri Carnivore, does. It's actually from his recipe. But if you buy the little squares, I'd recommend cut them in quarters before you put them on there. That's about what these here end up having to be cut up to make them fit right. But they are absolutely delicious. Cooked them down and then sprinkle a little red mint salt over the top of them when they were done. Absolutely delicious. And my wife actually liked them too. So that was the best part. And they're easy to do. It took 20 minutes to do on our stove. So it was quick, easy, and no issues. They went down really quick. That's the only issue, I guess. So what do we have going on this morning? Anybody have anything interesting going on today for Father's Day? Last night, my wife won this cool little grill last week. And she wanted to, well, my granddaughter wanted to do s'mores. So she figured, why not? She won this little grill. If you see on the bottom of the actual base on this, it actually says Dr. Pepper. This is a Dr. Pepper sponsored grill or whatever. And the grilling kit that came with it here, when you close it up, it says Dr. Pepper on it. So my wife my granddaughter wanted to roast s'mores. So guess what we did last night? I ended up buying some charcoal so we could throw it in there. We lit it up and we made some s'mores with this here last night. So we had one of my younger granddaughters, she's 8. My grandson, he's 16, his girlfriend, my son, his girlfriend, and my wife and I. My wife and I roasted hot dogs. The all beef hot dogs. So we had something that, because otherwise their grandkids are like, why aren't you having anything? So we did. We had a couple of hot dogs. It was actually pretty cool. Sat in the out front here and grilled that. It was pretty nice. Good morning, Twin Brookacres. How you doing this morning? Happy Father's Day. And there's really not a whole lot going on today. I can actually hear our wind picking up here. Let's see what the forecast is going to be today. Yeah, it says occasional rain and a high of 72. But the forecast shows rain like every other hour. It's just, we don't have anything that's anywhere near us now, though. I don't understand. My ears just popped, and now they need to pop back so I can hear again. Hate when that happens. It did that to my wife when we were going to my dental appointment on Wednesday. Her ears popped when we were going up and down the little hills, and it took like 2 days for her ears to get back to normal. But she's been having issues with mild allergies here this spring. It's been so wet here. It's just been really different. I know if you look at it's the Geo site that does information for droughts. They say we're in the start of a drought, mild or just abnormally dry or whatever it is. I don't believe it is, because we've had so much rain. I don't think they're accurate as to what the soil conditions are right now. So, but they pull the testing on like Tuesday or whatever, and okay, yeah. So where I'm at right now, they are saying that the county I'm in, let's see, 53% of the county is not in a drought, and 46%, 46.67 is in a dry condition, abnormally dry. And that dry part is further away from where the town I live in is. So but we've had so much rain here. I don't see these areas that show up on this map as being actually drought. It's just not happening. Brian says, my wife has been sick for the last couple of days, and now you're sick. Well, that's not good, Brian. There's something that's been going around. We've got a couple people at work that have been really hit hard. Oh, I wish I could get that. It's just weird what's going on inside my ear. I don't understand it, but it's driving me nuts. But we have a couple people at work that are in and out of being sick. It's hit a couple people really hard, and they just have not gotten over it and haven't gotten any better. And it's been a couple months now that they've been dealing with this here. So there's something going around out there. I hope you guys are feeling better soon. There's nothing worse than being sick during the summer. Uncle Willie's in the house. Good morning, Uncle Willie, and happy Father's Day. I hope you have a great day, sir. Hey, yeah. Well, that might have gotten it. It's like I want to shake my head to try to make it go away, but it just doesn't want to go away. So I didn't have anything I wanted to talk specifically about this morning. I'm just relaxing, having a great morning so far. I've actually got up, I made bacon and eggs for breakfast this morning. It's the first time I've had eggs in a week, just over a week now. So let me see how that does. I think I've been having issues with the egg whites. I've been having some histamine issues, and I think it's from the egg whites. I cooked them just a little bit more today, and they tasted really good. Where the last time I had my eggs, it really didn't have towards the end of it, I was like, yeah, it doesn't really taste right. Doesn't taste like it normally does. And I think that's the histamine issue. So I think today when I had my eggs, I didn't have any of that issue. And it tasted great the whole time. And I ate a full pack of bacon, so I had a whole pound of bacon for breakfast this morning. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with having a little bit of bacon. But I ended up with 5 eggs and a pound of bacon. And why? Because I didn't have brisket. This is one of the better meals that you could buy out there right now. Get a brisket. You don't have to have a smoker. You can actually cook a brisket in your oven at a low temperature, and it comes out just about as good. What you don't get is you don't get a smoke ring and you don't get a smoke flavor. But there are things that you can put on it to get that smoke ring if you want to in an oven, and people do that and claim it's smoked. But there are different ways to do that, and it can be really good too. And you see right here, you get the Carnivore Companion line of seasonings. So Reed at his site does have a Father's Day special going on right now. So you can get some Carnivore Companion seasonings right now and save, I think it's 10 or 15%. I can't remember what it is. But they're worth it. Even at full price, they're extremely good. And I would recommend anybody to use them because they're absolutely delicious. Oh, let's see. That's not it. I'm trying to look to see where his where the email was for Father's Day Carnivore Companion information, and I don't see it. I don't know. Because generally, is this it? Yes, here it is. So if you go to the Carnivore Companion and when you check out, use code FATHERS26, then they're currently giving you buy two, get one free when you use FATHERS26. Be sure to add 3 items and you can get that. And they're also giving the bundle for all 5 of his seasonings for $40. So you can actually save quite a bit on that because they cost a bit of money. But go to Carnivore Companion's site and check it out. He's got some really good seasonings. I really recommend it. Just typing this here in here right now. All right. I just put that in the chat with his site. So if you want to check it out, check it out. He's got some great seasonings. The steak dust, the gator bite, I use those quite often. Those are the ones I go through the most of. The smokestack And the Gator Bite, I use that on anything pork. So it's amazing. Of course, the steak dust is for steaks, burgers. It works good on all kinds of different things. Yeah, Brian, you had a great interview with Thomas yesterday. I was in and out. My wife had me running some errands, and I came in here and started watching it, and then she's like, "Hey, we gotta go do this." I'm like, "We just sat down. Give me a break." Yeah, Thomas is a good guy. He's working hard at what he's trying to get through, and he's still working on it. He's still struggling, but everybody has their struggles. So sometimes you just have to, I don't know. Sometimes you just have to keep on keeping on in order for it to work right. And Thomas, he's not giving up. He's still going. So everybody just needs their support. And speaking of needing support, I just got done watching Kip's video. Kip is back home. He had a surgery. So now he's home and looking forward to this next part of the journey that he's going to go through. Hopefully things work out well for him, and I hope he gets back into the keto carnivore mindset so that he can keep the weight off. So I know the recommendations and the stuff that they're going to give him after the surgery are not good for him. I've learned that from some of the people that come in here and some of the other videos and chats that I've been in, that what they're doing for people to come out of surgery is probably the worst thing that people could do. You know what I mean? It's just not good. So let's all keep in our thoughts and prayers so that he can get the best healing he can from the surgery. And hopefully he'll also be able to come to terms with his food addiction and the carb addiction and get over that, because that's the worst thing to deal with. Is he knows what he's got to do, but he's not able to do it. Hopefully with the surgery and the limited of what he can eat, he'll overcome his food noise and not give up. You gave up trying to reason with Kip? But it's not our journey. So I know I sent him a message too, and I thought there were other ways that he could go about this year. But for him, it's not, it's his journey. And once he made up his mind and he was firm on he was going to have this, there's nothing we can do about that but support him and give him the support that he needs so that he can be there for his family, because he's doing this for his family. This is what he thinks he has to do, because he's tried carnivore and he keeps falling off because of the food noise and because of the addiction. And for some people, it's really hard. Some people have a hard time getting over that. And apparently Kip is one of them. But he's young enough that if he does the surgery and moves on and does things right and doesn't follow all the directions that they give for drinking all those sugary drinks that are loaded with seed oils and crap, if he goes back to eating small servings of carnivore meals where he can actually control and learn to deal with his hunger, that will help. The duck food keeps enticing some people, and it does. And it's made to addict people so that they will have more. It can be real hard to work through discouragement. Yep. And time it feels like you're pushing a car uphill with the brakes on. Correct. And I agree, John. Sometimes it's for the person that's addicted, it's extremely hard for them, and it's a big struggle. And not just with food, with a lot of other things too. I've seen a lot of people go downhill quick because of addictions, and it's not fun. Rick says, I just had to move my cat bowl higher up because the ducks were stealing the cat's food. The ducks will do that. Ducks and geese are not always nice. They can be, the military used geese for a while as instead of dogs because geese were easier to keep out there, and they were meaner than dogs. You can trick a dog, you're not going to trick a goose. Those damn things, that when they make up their mind that you don't belong there, they're going to chase you out. Long story. I'm going to make it short though. When my daughter was, she had to only be 4 years old, riding her bike down the street, there was we were at a park, but she was riding her bike on the sidewalk, and there was a goose that she was riding by. The goose was like 3 feet into the grass. And as she rode by, the goose decided she didn't belong there, and the goose attacked her leg and bit on her legs a couple of times. To this day, 29 years later, 30 years later, she still doesn't like geese, and they still scare the shit out of her. Yeah, geese are aggressive, but that makes them easier to catch. Right. If you're expecting it, yep, you can sneak up on them. You can get them to come at you, and then you can catch them. You wouldn't be the first one to do that. The last time a goose attacked me, it never was able to attack again, but it was delicious. Exactly. And that's the best way to deal with geese. They work really good on a platter. I don't mind. Goose is actually a good food. Not goose food, but goose as a food. Like, it's been a while since I've had it too, and we used to have all kinds of waterfowl when we were growing up. Our state here went to a hunter certification course before you could go hunting, and they started doing that right before I got caught in the age where I would have to do it. I never did it. I still haven't done it. So I just don't go out and hunt anymore. Doesn't mean I don't know how. Doesn't mean I don't help others. It just means I don't hunt because I just haven't had the time to go spend the time that they need you to spend hunting. You know what I mean? I've got 12 gauge. I've got 16 gauge. I really wanted to look at wasn't a goose a Christmas favorite? It was at one time. It was a Christmas dinner that people had. It was the Christmas goose. Oh, Scrooge, right? That's where he sent the kid off to go buy the biggest goose. Yep. Hey, look at that. Dawn's here. Good morning, Dawn. How are you today? And do you like goose? That's what we've been talking about this morning is so far or the last couple of minutes is a goose and how delicious it can be. Have you ever had it, Dawn? Brian saying good morning to Dawn. Yeah, I can hear my granddaughter and her dog are up and awake out in the living room now. So, but let's see. Yeah, I only flashed over to watch Old Guy Carnivore Mitch for a couple minutes this morning. I actually slept in this morning. I usually have a call with my work at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I slept in until about 7:50 this morning, and then we had the call late. But I popped in on old guy Carnivore Mitch and watched that for just a minute. I saw that Kiltz was on there. So, what was up with that this morning, Rick? I really wasn't paying attention. I just saw Kiltz was on there, and I just saw that you were on there still. Just one of those mornings where I could go back to bed and sleep some more. I actually got over 8 hours of sleep last night and the night before. It's the first time in a long time where I've actually gotten over 8 hours of sleep 2 nights in a row. My body feels really good for once. And my weight has actually stayed the same for the last 3 days now. It's 220, 220, and 220. So it's right at the same weight. And that's even with me eating like I did yesterday, where I had two basically 15-ounce New York strip steaks. What else did I have with them? 4 pieces of bacon and within the morning, and then a can of sardines. And then at dinner time, I had the twin to that, can of sardines, and a pack of Cheez-Its like this. And then I had 2 hot dogs on our little cookout that we did last night in the front yard, and my wife's little grill, which was actually really cool. But even eating all that, it's when I put the information into my calorie tracking app, it said I eat over 900 calories more than what I should have to lose half a pound a week. But I didn't gain any weight. It's 220, same as I've been all week or last 3 days. So I'm good with that. Kiltz was visiting his brother in California. Okay. As I know, he took the whole week off. Did he say anything about what he was doing this whole week? I miss Kiltz. Not seeing him in the mornings, really different. I watched some of the Dr. Chafee and Christy last night. I got notified when she went live, and I'm like, it's 9 o'clock. What? We're still outside at the grill, or it was at 8 o'clock. I don't remember, but it was later than normal. She normally doesn't go on that late. And I saw she was on with Dr. Chafee, and my first thought was, oh, damn, Liz is going to be mad. Because, yeah, if you know, you know. Liz has a thing for Dr. Chafee. I think it's funny when she does that stuff. But yeah, I listened to a little bit of it. But we had half of our grandkids over, and actually it was my 8-year-old granddaughter, my 10-year-old granddaughter, and her brother, who was 16, and he got to drive. So the 2 granddaughters, I had 2 of the 6 granddaughters. Oh my goodness. The other ones were out and about 30 minutes away. But it was actually pretty good. But I did listen to a bit of it, and then I had to go in and do something. I came back out, and somebody had paused my phone because apparently they weren't into listening to that. Yeah, Brian says it was a strange week without Dr. Kiltz. I have my routines in the morning, right? And I get to work at 5 a.m. And my routine is to put an earbud in, make a pot of coffee while listening to Kiltz. And then I have a spreadsheet that I work on for the next hour and a half of everything that happened the day before so I can do our production. And without Kiltz there, it was like just throwing me off all week. It's just weird. I prefer to have him there. So you did answer me, but I don't have anything on here. Is it in the other chat? And you are... Huh. I don't know what's going on with the chat because I don't have anything extra from there, Don. I have your good morning to Brian, and then the next thing is this one that says that you answered me, but I don't have it. When I'm on StreamYard, what I see on StreamYard, everything goes into it, and it doesn't do the chat like it does over here on the actual YouTube. So it looks different. You think people are adding you to their Saturday morning routine? I think so. You're in my routine. You've been in my routine since I started doing the lives, and even before that, when I'd wake up on a Saturday morning and I'd come into my office here and sit down. I'd turn you on so I could listen to you, and then if I wasn't in here, I always had my phone and listening an earbud while I was making breakfast and stuff. So I've actually been listening to you for quite a while on Saturday mornings. And it helps that you do sometimes, 3-4 hour meetings because then I can hear you for a lot longer. But yeah, Don, I don't have anything else on here. Jason, good morning. Is vitamin C ever needed for histamine problems? I don't think so. It's not medical advice, but I don't think so. You get vitamin C from red meat, and if you're not eating carbohydrates, it doesn't compete for the same receptor that insulin and glucose compete with the vitamin C. So all the vitamin C from the meat, you actually get it all. So if you're not having carbohydrates, you don't need it. The histamine isn't an issue with a vitamin. It's the histamine, and people have reactions to the histamine in it. Egg whites can cause a lot of problems for some people. For me, it just seems like my nose gets a little more stuffy after I have like over easy eggs. I haven't noticed it with hard boiled eggs, but over easy eggs, which I absolutely love, was having problems with that. Brian says all the chats have been strange the last couple of days, including Grandma's last night. Yeah, YouTube is doing something with the chats. I know they're supposed to be integrating the chats so that the vertical and the regular screens, the chats show up together. But I think they're having issues with it. They may have some bad code going on in there. Don says, yes, all the chats have been weird, and my video keeps backing up 30 minutes. Sometimes I'm not even near my phone. Right. And I've noticed that too. It's like I do have my stream up on another screen here so I can see like what you were talking about. You said that you would put something on there, and I scroll back and I don't have anything. But I also do that because this is a way that I can get rid of trolls and stuff like that when they do pop in. I can ban them on here as well as on StreamYard. So it works for both. Jerry, hey, good morning. How are you doing today? And I did watch some of your video yesterday with the sardines. I didn't watch it all. Like I was telling Brian, my wife had me running errands yesterday. My granddaughter had a cheer thing going on at our Scandinavian Heritage Park. Um, they were doing some, well, either way, they had a whole bunch of vendors there and stuff, and they had a stage, and the girls got up there and they did their routines for about 45 minutes, and then we stayed up there for quite a while. A lot longer than I thought I was going to be up there. That's why my noggin, I don't have a red light on. I just got a little extra sun yesterday. Uncle Willie says, I noticed YouTube ads are relentless recently. Are they? It's one of the reasons why I did pay for the subscription on YouTube was to get rid of ads, because they used to annoy the hell out of me. They do that every so often. They just get really bad with their ads. You sent me an email with a screenshot? Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. It's annoying when it does. And uh, okay, I see it here. Yeah. It says it there on the, she has it on their phone. She says, I'm lucky enough to be able to hunt them right off my back 40. And that's amazing, because that's the way to hunt. Who knows then, right? Well, thanks, Jerry. I appreciate that. And that goes to all the fathers out there. Y'all have a happy Father's Day. Oh, you know, Jerry's on the other stream. See, and that's where what Google was, they announced that over a month ago, maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, that they were combining the vertical and the regular stream chats. And there's supposed to be a combined chat now, or soon. They didn't give a timeline, but maybe that's what they're working on. Maybe that's why stuff isn't working right in the chats. Brian says, well, the sardine fast is over. I don't think I'm going to eat anything for a while. So you're just going to run into doing a water fast from a sardine fast, get your ketones up and your immune system reset. It's not a bad idea. Yes, Jerry, there's two. I have a vertical and a regular, and you're on the vertical one. At the end of the description for the video, one of them shows a phone and one doesn't. The one with the phone is the vertical, meant for phones. Wait, there. How's that? I can put that up there. I keep forgetting that, and nobody reminded me this morning. Good morning, Jester. Good morning, fellow carnivores. I'm about to make a sous vide steak, so I will be sidelined for a bit. I hope it comes out great. Hope you enjoy it, Jester. Yeah. It's on the screen now. It was omitting several from my end. I don't know why it does that. But even on my side one over here, it wasn't showing it, so it's just weird. Brian says, not on purpose. I'm trying not to throw up right now. And if it goes the same as my wife's been, I'll be going to be sick for a week. That's not good. But hey, it's one way to fast. You know what I mean? You have to look at the bright side. It's probably not one, and it's really not. I can just imagine the sore stomach muscles. That's something I want to be in. And Don says, oh no, Brian got stomach virus in the house. Yeah. Who else was it that recently had that? It's actually the guy that I do my live stream. I participate in his live streams. Jerome from Finally Fasting. He's been sick for the last week. He got sick on it was last Saturday, Sunday, and he normally does 4 live streams a week, and he didn't do any of them. He did post a quick video. Oh, you can see it right above my head on yeah. It's a little bit different on the phones. That's the vertical view that you're seeing on that. So I actually have 2 screens up on mine here, so I see both screens on StreamYard. So it shows me the vertical and the regular screen. This is not a big deal for me. It's not an attention eater. Okay, you're not an attention eater. I know that. But just so that you can let people know you may not be seeing their chats, and I'm not ignoring them. And I don't. I go down one by one on the screen here. And the way StreamYard has changed it, it's like when you get a chat on your phone, it's highlighted, and once you read it, it changes so it's not highlighted anymore. StreamYard does the same thing now, so I can see where I'm at. Everybody saying good morning. You just come even though you can't read. Okay. But right in front of me on the screen there, it's got the chat. I know it's kind of small on a phone. I think I can actually change that too. I can make that larger. Regular. I can make it taller. How's that? Rockin' Coach Amy. Good morning, Amy. How are you doing today? It's nice to see you here. Amy says getting ready to eat some smoked brisket and scrambled eggs. My goodness, smoked brisket and eggs is absolutely one of my favorite breakfast meals. When I do make a brisket, having some smoked brisket and eggs. I prefer runny eggs, but I just absolutely love brisket and eggs. There's nothing quite like it. Oh. Yeah, yesterday when you were cooking, you couldn't keep up the chat. Yeah, and that happens when you're cooking because you can't. You're got to focus on what you're doing, otherwise things don't turn out the way you want them to. Jerry says she's just tech unsavvy. Oh no, anybody that's on here doing this here has to have a little bit of tech savvy, right? Yum. Brisket and eggs. I don't know why more places don't have that. It is so easy to do. Jerry says, hey, now I can see the chats on the screen. Yeah. I just tried making them a little bit bigger so that everybody could see them. Brian says, thank you. Sending those pictures to Tom. Oh, heck yeah. I tuned in and I was listening to that, and I heard Thomas say that you didn't send any before and after pictures, and you told him that he'd go to my channel and check them out. And I'm like, he's not going to do that while he's on a live with you. And I came in here and I did that. That's actually when I was making those Cheez-Its. I was making these, and then I got them in the oven, and I came in here and I found them. I got Thomas's email address and sent it to him. And my wife started yelling at me, and I'm like, what? And she's like, your timer went off. I'm like, oh, shh, I got to go. 18 Wheels of Carnivore. Hey, good morning. Hey, Carnivore is coming back at you again. It's nice to see you in here again this morning. Saw you on with Mitch and the panel that was there this morning. Yeah. It keeping up with the chat while you're trying to cook, it'd be more than I could do right now. I have a hard time keeping up with this one while, and that's just me sitting in here watching the screens. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. See? Brian, you slammed dunked your interview yesterday. Thank you for sharing yourself. Yes, he did. He did a great job on the interview. Don says, Cosmic Gesture, send some of that steak this way, right? Absolutely. Oh, let's see. Jerry saying hi to 18 Wheels. As is Don. Twin Brook Acres, good morning. He's saying hi to Amy. Yeah, and I don't know what is going on with YouTube with the chats. They're not all the chats are showing up on my StreamYard screen or even on my one I'm pulling up over here. It's just not coming on here all the way. And Jerry's saying hi to Ricky, Twin Brook Acres. And so is Amy. So I got to figure out how to put that card up for Kelly, the Missouri Carnivores video. I've never done one of those, so I got to figure out how to put that card up here so that you guys can get the recipe for these. These are actually really good. You need to try this. I was really surprised at how good those homemade Cheez-Its turned out. Jerry says YouTube is persnickety these days. It is. It's gotten to be a pain in the rear at times because they keep making changes to it. And when they make changes that screw something up and they're not quick to catch it. John says, good morning to Amy. When Brooke says, hi, Jerry. Didn't know where you are. I don't see you. She's on the other stream, the vertical stream, but she can see that you're on here with the chats in the window. Let's see. Can I make that wider? I might make it easier to read like that too. They were actually really good. I was really surprised at how good they come out. And if you cook them long enough, they do give it that little bit of a crunch to them too. Brian says, well, I'm going to call it a day, going back to bed. Hopefully this goes away soon. I hope you feel better. I hope everything gets back to normal for you quickly. Jerry says, yesterday on my channel, all I did was take one piece of Colby Jack cheese, put it on a chocolate maker, close it in a couple of minutes. Perfect cheese cracker. Never thought about doing that either. We're going to have to do that. That's a big cracker though, isn't it? Did you use a whole one? I didn't see the whole thing yesterday. That's actually a really good idea. I have to show that to my wife too. Oh, my computer is slow this morning. I even restarted it and it's just slow this morning. I just did a screenshot, so I have that on there. Larry takes a picture with his phone. My phone's being used as the camera, so I can't do that. Jerry says, good day, Brian. Make sure you catch the replay of her live because I'll be calling you out, friend, in a good way. Awesome. And what time are you on today? Jerry. Yeah, Twinberg said I see the chat in the video. Yep. Rest well, Brian. Yeah, it's even easier. Just throw it on the waffle iron and there you go. That might be a really quick and easy way to do it. I'm going to have to give that a try. You aren't slow, it's YouTube. YouTube is being a pain. Okay, you're on at noon Central today. Do you come on at noon Central every day, every Sunday, or do you change up your times when you come on? John says the one thing I figured out about YouTube is they have the carnivore and keto community in a cage, separated from mainstream. It does seem that way, doesn't it? It's one of the reasons why I use so you guys can't see it, but I do. It's over here on my screen. It's one of the reasons why I use that vertical one, because people go into that vertical, they see it on their phones more than otherwise they don't see the regular stream. But the vertical, when they scroll that, for some reason that pops up in more people's on their phones. Now, I know this because you can go back and I can look at my analytics, and my analytics show that I get like 3 times, 4 times, sometimes as many views on the vertical as I do on the regular stream. So that's why I continue to put it up there on both of them. Amy says, feel better soon, Brian. And when it does, yeah, blame YouTube. Because it's always their fault, right? Noon every Saturday and Sunday Central, 1 Eastern. Okay. I know you're on the weekends. And I know it's after I get off. I have a hard time remembering what time it was. And like a lot of things, I have a lot of people on where I'm supposed to be getting the notification when they post new stuff or they go live and stuff. And I'm going to blame YouTube because I don't get very many of them. I was actually lucky last night that I got Christie's when she went live last night with Dr. Chafee. It was just weird because I'm sitting on the front yard here and all of a sudden it went ding. I'm like, what? YouTube's actually talking to me? And it showed the YouTube notification, and yeah, I felt special. Thanks, YouTube. So, well, everybody, I'm gonna call it a day. I will see you guys in the stream. So Jerry's on in about an hour. Check out her channel. Rockin' Coach Amy, you're on tonight also at 6 again, I believe, Amy. And who else has a stream today that might be going on? I think it's just Amy and Jerry. So check out their channels because they have some great stuff. Carnivore Teacher Alpha and Juliet will be on in a little bit also. And I'm not sure what else. Don says my video just did back itself up again. Went back 5 minutes on its own. Yeah, it's annoying that it's been doing that. And I don't understand why it does it. And it's doing it on the computer as well as on phones. Chafee Live was good. And Chris Cookie Nashville, not so much trolls, right? Oh, yes. Kelly's on at 3. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that because Kelly's on also. And I got to figure out how to link his video for the Cheez-Its because that's where I got this year from. I do want to give him credit for that because those are really good. And hey, again, check out the Carnivore Companion website. Fathers 26 is a discount code. He's got buy two, get one free. And then if you buy the bundles, they're $40 for the bundle of all 5 of his seasonings right now. So check it out. John says that was an awesome interview with Chafee last night, and it was. And we're going to end it there. Check out Carnivore Chef, Carnivore Companion Seasonings. Check out the live streams, Jerry, Amy, and Kelly, Missouri Carnivore. And we will see you guys in the chats. Have a happy and wonderful Father's Day.
Fix what I couldn't see. Eating clean, playing my part. Still something breaking inside my heart. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Following every line they drew, still ended up in reverse. Five pills lined up on the sink, one telling me what to think. Said give it time, you'll be okay. But I kept drifting further away. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Gave them everything I had, still couldn't break that curse. Then one day I just let it go. Stopped chasing what I didn't know. Took one step, changed one thing, turned my back on everything. This is my why. North Dakota Carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself, and so can you. Carnivore, seeing it through, reversed it all, yeah, I made it through. Let's stay together strong.